Hi guys, this is Catherine if you haven't watched any of my other videos, and today I am making a video of how to know if you're developing anorexia nervosa. The first sign would be eating less, I guess. I started putting less on my plate and restricting carbs and sweet things, and yeah, so that's a major sign. The second sign would be dieting even though that you're at a normal weight. Like, you can get really sucked into dieting, and if you're at a normal weight, why should you be dieting? I could see if you're like going on some muscle thing and doing something like that, or if your doctor told you to, but dieting when you're at a normal weight is kind of a big sign that you're developing eating disorder, but not all the time. It just depends on the situation, I guess. Another sign would be weight loss, or they say maintaining a underweight weight. Sorry. So like maintaining a weight that is under the normal weight, or a BMI, I guess. And you don't have to feel like you want to lose weight all the time. Like, I didn't even want to lose weight. I was just afraid of gaining weight, which is another sign. Afraid of putting on weight is another sign too. But this sign is like you don't really need it, have to have it, but you get kind of addicted to the feeling when you lose weight. You feel happy when you lose the weight, and when you don't, or lose weight, or like you put on weight, you feel kind of like a failure or something. Another sign would be over exercising. Like, this is hard to say because different people exercise different amounts, I guess. And if you're starting to, like, you're trying to burn calories, like you're thinking about burning calories when you're jumping on a trampoline, like when I was like last year, I remember being on the trampoline and just jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping, and I would kind of like have this kind of thing in my head that was like, I need to jump more than my sister so I get to burn more calories. And it's just not a logical way of thinking, and I feel really bad about thinking that way, and you just don't think straight. Like, that's just selfish. Wanting to be the skinnier one, the one jumping more, burning more calories. And yeah, so another sign would be counting calories. I feel that people that aren't adults, or I don't know, like teenagers, don't really need to count calories unless it's like your doctor told you to, because you need a certain amount of calories. Looking at nutrient labels and actually like looking up, I could say like you could be looking at them to be healthier, or you're trying to be healthier as a teenager, but you can, I'm talking about like obsessions over it. Like you feel like you need to know the calorie count to eat something. Like you need to know what's in it, and it just leads to obsession. Another sign would be weighing yourself a lot. Like I would sneak and weigh myself in my mom's bathroom all the time. And the scale was even wrong. It was like 10 pounds more than I was. So I got my mom, like you can find sneaky ways to do stuff when you have this mindset. Like somehow I got my mom to buy a new scale because I was telling her, oh, you should get it for your diet, because she was dieting at the time. And yeah, she got that, and after she got that, I started weighing myself like every day. I was like writing down my weight every day, and I was like graphing it, and I just saw the line go, woo. A thunderstorm. So I think another sign that you may be developing an eating disorder or anorexia is you don't see your body right. Like you feel fat. I didn't feel fat at first. I didn't feel fat. I didn't want to get skinnier, but like when I looked in the mirror, there were certain things I wanted, like a different shape or a different size. It's like perfectionism of your body, and it can get to a point where you just think you're an ugly monster or something, and you're not seeing anything right. Another sign would be like feeling guilty after you eat. Like I remember, well, I'm still recovering from anorexia, but I remember how hard it was when I ate before, because like after you feel like you failed or something, and all you really want is, like, Ed takes over your mind. Ed stands for eating disorder, and people say that he's like the guy in your head or girl in your head telling you all this stuff, like you're fat, you shouldn't have ate that, I don't know. And another sign would be, which I never did because I'm completely scared of throwing up, is purging your food. It just, you don't have to be purging your food to be anorexic, and I don't know. And it just damages your teeth and your throat and your stomach lining. It's just not a good thing to get into. One big sign of anorexia or any eating disorder is thinking about food like all the time. And one thing that was weird was I loved cooking and baking food at that time, because I was so obsessed and thought about food. So making food kind of, I don't know, it's so weird. And I'd only like eat one of the things I'd bake and then get my family to eat it all. And other things, like I would be in bed, and before I went to bed, I couldn't sleep till I had my whole plan of what am I eating for breakfast, how many calories are in my breakfast. And it just gets to a point where all day you're like, when is my next meal? Or what time am I doing that? Or you need to, like, you feel like you need to know all your meals, or you get out of control. Your mind gets out of control and you feel like you're just out of control and you want to be in charge of it all. Sorry for the thunderstorm. But there's so much more, and that's just the start of some signs. And other signs have to do with depression, which I'll make another video about. Ooh. Thunder. I hope this video helped you in some way. And if you need anything, I'm always here for you guys. And you can DM me on Instagram at life_love_ strong. And sorry, in my first video I said there's dots in between that, but that's only for my Gmail. And then the same thing but dots instead of underscore for my Gmail. I love you all so much. I'm always open to talk. I'm always here for you. You are all worth recovery. And please get help if you're suffering from this, because it's so important to get help. You can recover. You can get to happiness. I love you so much. I'm gonna go before the weather gets too bad and see if there's any tornado warnings. Bye.